So in this video, I'm going over the knees extending too early. So with that, I have probably shown on your video of that when you deadlift, you look like you're going like this and like this, okay? So it kind of looks like, I'll try to reenact it, but it's kind of like going like that, like that. So the deadlift looks like it's in two parts, right? So I call it, it kind of looks like a stripper deadlift, we call it. It's going like this, like this. So there's the knee extending, so this is extension of the knee when it straightens, and then your hips extension when it locks out. The knee and hip are not extending at the same time. The knee is extending too early. So what we want to do is if you look at this part of my knee and this part of my hip, they should extend at the same time. All right, so I'm here. And if I was to do a sumo, it will look the same. Okay, so we saw the knee and the hip extended at the same time. If you're watching this video, that I'm sending it to you because you probably have that error. So what I want you to do is be a bit patient off the floor with your knees extending early. When you're here actually doing it, it'll probably make sense as you're doing it, but maybe you just need to come up a little bit slower. Then when you come up, that you're not going like this. What I like to think of is that I'm thinking of straightening my knees when the bar is around in line with my knees. Yes, the knees do extend a little bit when from here to here. Obviously there's going to be some knee bend, but the major movement of the knee shouldn't happen to when the bar is about in line with the knee. So if I was to do that in slow motion, don't do the lift this slow, but just for an example. So from here, so be patient with my knees, patient, patient, patient. Then when I'm here, that's when I think I'll straighten my knees. So if I do it a little bit slower motion, a bit faster, the same thing though. You'll see that my knees don't fully extend until the bar is in line with the knees. So if I do that as a sumo way, okay, so one, be a little bit slower with the initial pull off the floor to think of, be conscious of like, what are my knees doing? Have I extended them too early or not? So be a little bit patient off the floor. And two, don't think of straightening your knees until the bar is around in line with your knees. So as I mentioned, maybe during your warm-ups or even your sets for the next few weeks, you can lift maybe a little bit slower just to get that timing between the hip and the knee right. And then as you get better at synchronizing those two joints extending at the same time, you can start speeding up your lift and you'll be able to do it much quicker without the knees extending too early, or you'll be able to do it much quicker whilst getting the synchronization between those joints together. So doing it at full speed now. All right, this is a bit light. You're probably not gonna be lifting this fast as at your heavy lows, but just to show you the example of that, you can extend the joints at the same time at a fast speed. Okay, or as a conventional.